Is your iPhone actually outdated or just feeling a little sluggish? That's the $1,000 question we're answering today, and your wallet might thank you for watching before making a decision. I've analyzed every iPhone model from the past 5 years and created a simple framework to help you decide if upgrading makes sense for you. Not what Apple wants, not what tech influencers say, but what actually benefits your specific situation right now. The call to adventure. When your iPhone starts showing its age. So, you're sitting there, scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly your phone freezes. Is that a sign you need a new iPhone or just a random glitch? Let's figure out what's really going on with your device and whether it's time for an upgrade. You know, every iPhone has a natural lifespan, kind of like that hero's journey we see in movies. At some point, your trusty device starts giving you signals that maybe, just maybe, it's ready for retirement. But with Apple dropping new iPhones every single year like clockwork, it can be super confusing to know when you actually need to upgrade versus when they just want you to upgrade. The most obvious sign your iPhone is getting tired? Battery life that's practically evaporating before your eyes. Remember when you could go all day without charging? Now you're carrying around a power bank everywhere you go. If your battery is dropping to 20% by noon, even though you're not doing anything crazy on it, that's your iPhone waving a little white flag. And when you do plug it in, it seems to take forever to charge back up. Another red flag that your battery is on its last legs. But here's the real question. Is your iPhone actually outdated? Or does it just feel that way? There's a difference between normal aging and true obsolescence. Normal aging is when your phone still works fine but maybe has a few scratches or needs to be charged a bit more often. True obsolescence is when your phone is actively holding you back from doing what you need to do. The second major warning sign is when your iPhone stops getting iOS updates or is about to stop receiving them. Apple typically supports iPhones with iOS updates for about 5-6 years after release. Once your phone drops off that support list, not only do you miss out on cool new features, but more importantly, you stop getting critical security patches. That's when your phone becomes genuinely outdated and potentially even a security risk. Then there's the app situation. Are your apps crashing all the time? Do they take forever to open? That's because newer apps are designed for newer processors, and your old iPhone just can't keep up anymore. Developers optimize their apps for current models, not ones from 4 or 5 years ago. So when Instagram takes 10 seconds to open or your banking app crashes every time you try to deposit a check, that's your hardware struggling to handle current software demands. The everyday tasks are the real telltale signs. When your iPhone struggles with basics like taking photos, especially in low light, loading websites, or switching between apps, that's not just annoying, it's a clear indicator that your device is falling behind. If you find yourself constantly waiting for your phone to catch up with what you're trying to do, that friction adds up and wastes your time throughout the day. Now let's talk specifics about different iPhone models. If you're still rocking an iPhone 12 or older, these issues aren't just in your head. Your device is genuinely falling behind in capabilities compared to newer models. The improvements in processors, cameras, and overall experience in newer iPhones represent a significant jump worth considering. For iPhone 13 owners, it's a bit more complicated. While the iPhone 16 definitely offers improvements, the difference isn't as dramatic as it is for iPhone 12 users. If your iPhone 13 is still in good shape, it probably has a few more years of solid performance left in it. And if you're using an iPhone 14, you're in a really good spot. Upgrading to an iPhone 15 or 16 might not be worth the cost unless you're absolutely craving the latest features or have money to spare. The iPhone 14 remains plenty capable for most people's needs and will stay that way for several more years. The road of trials, alternatives to buying a new iPhone. While the iPhone 14 is still plenty capable, there's actually a cheaper route you might want to take before dropping nearly $800 on a brand new device. What most people don't realize is that many dying iPhones aren't actually dying at all. They're suffering from a few fixable issues that could save you hundreds of dollars with minimal effort. Let's talk about the ultimate iPhone life extender, a simple battery replacement. For about $29, the cost of a couple nice dinners, you can breathe remarkable new life into your device. According to real data, a fresh battery can restore up to 70% of your phone's original performance. Think about that for a second. Remember how snappy your iPhone felt when you first bought it? That feeling can largely return with just this one affordable fix. No need to spend hundreds on a new phone when the real issue might be this easy to solve. Now, I know some of you are looking at your cracked screen thinking, yeah, but what about this mess? You're right to be concerned. A cracked screen isn't just an eyesore. It actually impacts how your phone functions. Those cracks can mess with touch sensitivity, make it harder to read content, and even expose your phone to additional damage like water or dust getting inside. Screen replacements typically run between $150 to $300, depending on your specific iPhone model. That's not pocket change, but it's still significantly cheaper than a brand new phone, and it can make your current device feel premium again. But before you spend a dime on either of those repairs, there's something even more basic you should try first, and it won't cost you anything but time. Your storage situation might be the real culprit behind your sluggish iPhone experience. When your storage is constantly maxed out, your phone struggles to perform even basic operations. It's like trying to work at a desk covered in stacks of paper. There's just no room to move things around. Here's what I call the 1-hour cleanup technique that could dramatically speed up your phone. First, delete those apps you downloaded once and never use again. We all have them. That random game, that food delivery service from that one time. Next, clear your Safari cache, which is probably holding on to data from websites you visited months ago. Then, offload your photos to iCloud to free up massive amounts of space. Finally, restart your device. These simple steps often produce immediate and noticeable performance improvements without spending a single dollar. Now, some of you might be wondering about updating your operating system. iOS updates can be a double-edged sword for older iPhones. On one hand, iOS 16 and 17 brought some great performance improvements that can help older models run better. On the other hand, these updates are only helpful if your phone actually supports them. If you've got an iPhone older than the 12, you might find yourself unable to access the newest iOS features altogether, which can leave your device feeling increasingly outdated as apps start requiring newer iOS versions. The honest truth is that while these fixes can definitely extend your iPhone's usable life by 1 to 2 years, they're not permanent solutions. They won't suddenly transform your iPhone 11 into an iPhone 16. The processor, camera capabilities, and other hardware components will still be from an earlier generation. But they can buy you valuable time before making that bigger investment in a new device. I think about it like maintaining an older car. Sure, you could buy a brand new vehicle with all the latest features, but if all you need is reliable transportation, sometimes a tune-up, new tires, and a battery replacement on your current car makes more financial sense. Same principle applies to your iPhone. So we've reached the end of our journey together, and you're probably wondering, should I upgrade my iPhone or not? Well, that's entirely up to you. There's no universal right answer here. Your decision should reflect your personal situation, what model you currently have, how well it's holding up, and what you actually do with your phone every day. If money's tight but you need an upgrade, certified refurbished iPhones can be a smart middle ground. You'll get about 80% of the new experience at just 60% of the cost. Used phones save you even more cash, though they do come with higher risks. Remember, your technology should make life easier, not more complicated. Choose what gives you peace of mind and keeps you connected to what matters in your world.